When the graph reached 600%, he felt like he was about to become a millionaire. But greed made him wait for it to rise even higher. As the days passed, the mysterious noises grew louder and more disturbing. Eventually, Sam couldn't take it anymore and in a fit of rage, began smashing the floor with a hammer. Suddenly, he heard shouting from outside. When he opened the door, the entire housing society was standing there furious. They blamed him for all the noise. Sam tried to defend himself, claiming the noises were coming from downstairs. But the downstairs neighbors accused Sam and demanded a search of his flat. During the search, the sound started again. A security guard traced the noise and discovered a device hidden in the wall, deliberately planted to make those noises. Everyone was shocked and concluded that Sam must have set it up himself. But Sam had no idea about the device. He was now convinced this was a setup by the downstairs neighbors. He lashed out at them and a scuffle broke out. Just then, the police arrived. They arrested Sam and took him to the station. There, Sam looked at the wall clock. It was almost 8:30 and today was the deadline to sell all his crypto shares. If he didn't sell them now, their value would drop to zero and he'd be stuck with the 80 million debt. Sam begged the officers to let him use his phone, but it was broken. They didn't allow him to step outside either. With only minutes left, Sam's eyes landed on the computer inside the police chief's office.
He suddenly jumped up, full of energy, and rushed straight toward the cabin. As soon as he entered, he slammed the door shut, turned on his computer with trembling hands, and barely managed to log into his ID. His eyes widened. The graph on the screen was still rising. Greed flooded through his chest. Even after everything that had happened, he wasn't ready to stop. Then, bang! The door burst open. Police officers stormed in and fired a taser gun at him. Electric shocks tore through his entire body. Still, he refused to give up. Shaking, he kept trying to move his hand toward the mouse, desperate to click and sell his shares. But one officer lunged forward, yanked the computer's cable, and the screen went black. He collapsed to the ground and lost consciousness. When he opened his eyes again, he was in the police station. His society's secretary had somehow bailed him out and brought him home. The first thing he did was open his laptop and log in again. But when the screen loaded, his heart stopped. Every single share was in the red. He was now 90 million in debt, a loan he had taken by mortgaging his flat. He sank into his chair. Sweat dripped down his face. Yet a strange smile crept across his lips. He grabbed a bottle and started drinking uncontrollably. After a while, he pulled out a pen and paper, wrote a suicide note, and staggered up to the rooftop of his building. The wind was strong. He climbed onto the railing, ready to jump. But then his eyes caught sight of his neighbor below. Rage filled his face. "It's all because of him," he muttered through clenched teeth. In an instant, he changed his mind. He grabbed a heavy hammer and stormed downstairs toward the man. Just then, his upstairs neighbor came running and grabbed him, trying to stop him. But he was out of mind. He attacked on upstairs neighbor.